केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The anti-BJP Avengers are back together. Battle worn, bruised by defeats, divided by ambition, but united by one single mission: taking on the BJP. From Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi to Mamata Banerjee, Akhilesh Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav, Sharad Pawar camp leaders, the left, PDP, National Conference and others, 25 opposition parties in all assembled in Delhi for supposedly a mega India bloc war council. The agenda remained unclear till the very last moment. But after hours, behind closed doors, the bloc emerged with a coordinated 5-point attack plan. A joint letter to the Chief Justice of India over the SIR voter revision issue, a united demand seeking Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation over the NEET paper leak controversy, a push for an all-party meeting on inflation, unemployment and farmers' distress, and a decision to meet every 2 months with the next political battlefield set to be in Hyderabad in the month of August.
Every 2 months, our meeting will be held. The date will be fixed because I said August 8th. That we will decide the date and let you know. But every 2 months we are going to meet. These are 5 points and many people-centric issues we are going to raise.
This was India Alliance's first major post-2024 huddle. The last time they met after the Lok Sabha elections, the mood was electric. They had lost power but were celebrating how the BJP had been stopped below the 300 mark and not got a full majority. They believed they had rediscovered their relevance and momentum. Cut to today, and the contrast is impossible to deny. This time, the India bloc meeting looked more like a survival summit. Aadmi Party has long distanced itself from this alliance. Now the DMK, one of the bloc's biggest pillars, boycotted the meeting, accusing the Congress of betrayal in Tamil Nadu and predicting further implosion within this very bloc.
Most of the parties will quit India bloc. That is my expectation, because Congress has become a non-reliable party.
This India bloc summit was initiated by Mamata Banerjee after the Bengal drubbing. Didi had vowed to fight till death to remove the BJP from power at the centre. But today, even as Mamata Banerjee sat next to Sonia Gandhi, her MPs in Delhi were sitting at Union Minister Bhupendra Yadav's residence with Bengal Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari in attendance. Soon after, rebel TMC MP Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar claimed nearly 20 TMC MPs are ready to back the NDA. In the upper house, senior leader Shukhendu Shekhar Ray also resigned as a member of Trinamool Congress.
We want to implement the projects and schemes of the central government along with the new state government. We are 20 MPs.
मैं भाजपा को ब्लेम नहीं करूंगा. ये जो लोग अभी जाने का जिसको मन कर रहा है, दीदी से जो विश्वासघात कर रहा है, उसका चिप पॉलिटिक्स है.
They just want posts. Let BJP give them a ticket. Let BJP, will they give the tickets?
Interestingly, just a day before this India bloc huddle, Mamata Banerjee met another opposition party battling political turbulence, the Aadmi Party. Were the two parties comparing notes on how to stop the exodus of their own MPs? Well, my guess is as good as yours on this score. But even as Sonia Gandhi warmly embraced Mamata Banerjee today, AAP has openly accused the Congress of working hand in glove with the BJP to weaken regional parties so that the BJP and Congress can alternate in power at the center. Well, then what was this meeting all about?
कांग्रेस जो भी अलायंस करता है उनका सोल मकसद अपने आप को मजबूत करना है, उनका मकसद देश को मजबूत करने का नहीं है, देश हित में नहीं है। आपने देखा कि हाल ही में जो तमिलनाडु में चुनाव कंक्लूड हुए, एक दिन नहीं लगा उनको अपने अलायंस पार्टनर की पीठ में छुरा भोंकने से।
So is the India alliance fighting the BJP or fighting itself? The regional satraps, left and JMM, are both pulling in different directions as well. One over recently concluded state elections, the other over upcoming Rajya Sabha election.
Allege that we have an underhand deal with RSS and BJP. It is atrocious. It is preposterous. This is what we highlighted. So, being the main opposition party in Lok Sabha, Congress has a responsibility of maintaining a decorum within the opposition arrangement.
The anger is against Congress leadership. And who is that? Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself, ahead of today's opposition huddle. Provocative posters surfaced across the national capital targeting the leader of opposition. The source remained unknown, but the message was clear that Rahul Gandhi is quite naive, has no consistency and lacks credibility. These are not BJP slogans. These were the words of the India bloc leaders, past and present, which raises the question, is the India bloc fighting the BJP or fighting itself?
Any posters, you are telling that. You are just understand that this meeting itself is how much their BJP people are scared of this meeting.
सबसे महत्वपूर्ण लोकप्रिय जुझारू नेता है। सरकार उनसे डरती है। देखिए, कोई पोस्टर अलग अलग लगाते हैं, अलग अलग पार्टियां हैं, तो उनकी बात है। आज इंडिया ब्लॉक की बैठक होगी और 23 दल उसमें शामिल होंगे।
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question on the Newshour tonight. As the India bloc Avengers try to unite against the BJP, is it endgame Rahul Gandhi? Does anybody trust him at all? That's the question and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the Newshour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP, Suhail Seth, commentator and marketing guru, Harshvardhan Tripathi, senior journalist. Also joining the debate tonight, Sanjay Jha, Congress leader. I also have Clyde Crasto of Sharad Pawar, NCP, joining the debate. We have Manojit Mandal, supporter of the Trinamool Congress with us. Pulla Rao supports the DMK. But my first question goes to Faizan Kidwai. Faizan Kidwai, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. My question to you is, did you look at those pictures coming out of the India Alliance Party meeting? It seemed like a huddle of contradictions. Mamata Banerjee, who till a few months ago had absolutely no faith in the Congress party, today was hugging Sonia Gandhi. And, well, I feel bad for a leader of her stature, but sorry to say, her party is battered and bruised. And does she even have a party behind her anymore? It is almost as if आधे इधर जाओ, आधे इधर जाओ, बाकी मेरे पीछे आओ. There's nobody to follow her. The kind of statements that we've heard in the recent past. Left parties coming, objecting to the Congress party. DMK walks out. Aadmi party says Congress is a parasite. Where do you think this India alliance is really going? आप हर 2 महीने मिल लीजिए, आप हर रोज भी मिल लीजिए. क्या ये contradictions, can you paper them over?
Good evening, Navika. Good evening to you and to the fellow panelists. First of all, Navika, you called us the Avengers. That means, obviously, who's the Thanos now, the audience also knows. You also feel the same, right? You are echoing the sentiments of India bloc and millions of people in this country, because the Thanos is destroying India's economy, the country's social fabric, and that's the reason this India bloc...
Convince yourself, don't convince me.
Ma'am, please, kindly don't interject. This is my observation, of course. This is my observation. And as Akhilesh ji has said, we are making a Bandhu Rashtra. And bad news for all the naysayers, the Indian National Development Inclusive Alliance, aka India bloc, it is alive. It is stronger than what it was earlier. See, Navika, this is coming together of diverse regional forces. Together, we are committed towards protecting our constitution, India's federal character, the spirit of social justice against this tukde ideology of Bharatiya Janata Party. So, Navika, as far as issues are concerned, I'm sure there have been a lot of issues in Bharatiya Janata Party also. You remember what the equation between Chandrababu Naidu and Mr. Modi, Hemanta Biswa Sarma, Suvendu Adhikari, now they are in Bharatiya Janata Party. All because Mr. Modi just wants to hold on, latch on to the power. This is not the case in India bloc. Our intention is not latching on to power. Our intention is protecting Hindustan at large, the spirit of Hindustan, and we'll continue to work. This tyranny of Mr. Narendra Modi will eventually come to an end because, Navika, as Mahatma Gandhi once said, that every tyrant believes that he will go on forever, he's invincible, but every tyrant will eventually fall. They all will fall. So this is going to happen with Bharatiya Janata Party also, Navika.
Well, Faizan Kidwai, if you call tyranny of Narendra Modi, he comes through elections and the process of democracy.
Stealing elections.
Tyranny is something. Sorry, tyranny is something that everybody saw in Bengal, which is why people defeated Mamata Banerjee and the Trinamool Congress, and then her own party today, where it is. Well, वहां तो election commission नहीं थी, पर प्रदीप भंडारी भूत इनको सिर्फ नरेंद्र मोदी का ही डराता रहता है, हर जगह नजर आता है. क्यों इतने डरे रहते हैं? Tyrant, tyranny, democracy is given the go by. Why?
Well, Navika ji, he comes from a party where there is a tyranny of the parivar. But let me tell you what one of my friends from the Samajwadi Party has sent me a poster, and he's a colleague of Faizan. And this is what is exactly going on at the moment in the I.N.D.I.A alliance, where everybody, whether it is Akhilesh Yadav, whether it is Mamata Banerjee, whether it is Uddhav Thackeray or Umar Abdullah, all are calling Rahul Gandhi an electoral panoti. Because remember, the day more they meet, more it is shook for the BJP. In June 2024 was the last time when the I.N.D.I.A alliance had met. And their slogan was, Judega Bharat, Jeetega India. What was the result after their meeting? Haryana, the Bharatiya Janata Party won. The Congress was fighting against the Aadmi Party. Maharashtra, the Bharatiya Janata Party won. Akhilesh Yadav, Samajwadi Party was begging for seats and it was not given by Congress and the Uddhav faction. After that, you had the Maharashtra. After Maharashtra, you had Delhi election. You had the Aadmi Party and Congress fighting against each other, and the Congress Party and Aadmi Party both losing and BJP coming to power. Bihar, you had the Congress and the RJD fighting against the Bharatiya Janata Party, both losing, and in Bengal you had Mamata Banerjee losing. So after their meeting, it has been shook for the BJP. So what I foresee is that once Rahul Gandhi has convened a meeting, he for us is shook. He is an electoral panoti for the opposition. So we are not at all worried. In fact, we are more than happy that it has happened. Now I will come to why. Recall what did Umar Abdullah say when the vote chori was released as a narrative by Congress Party. Umar Abdullah had given a public statement to the media, and I remember doing a debate with you, and Umar Abdullah had said कि ये कोई narrative नहीं है vote chori. What is the first agenda of the I.N.D.I.A alliance meeting today? That they will speak on vote chori and SR and write it to the CJI. This tells you that the Congress Party is bulldozing the alliance. And most importantly, the DMK and the Aam Aadmi Party have distanced themselves because the DMK was an integral part. Please note who was closest to Rahul Gandhi in this. It was Stalin. What did Rahul Gandhi do with Stalin? He backstabbed him in Tamil Nadu. So हमें डरने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप डरो अखिलेश यादव जी की पार्टी के प्रवक्ता. अभी पीठ में छुरा डीएमके का घोपा है. अब पीठ में छुरा जो है घोपने वाले समाजवादी पार्टी का. ये आपकी सच्चाई.
अरे आप नाविका जी प्लीज आई रिक्वेस्ट जस्ट 1 मिनट काइंडली गिव मी टाइम
मिल लिए हम
ओके प्रदीप भंडारी जी जरा ये सुन लीजिए. आपका काउंटर है साहब, इसका जवाब दे दीजिएगा. आप इन फाइटिंग की बात कर रहे हैं, प्लीज बी मोर यू फोकस ऑन योर ओन हाउस. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन योगी जी एंड मोदी जी आपको पता होना चाहिए, योगी जी वो सीकिंग अ टिकट फॉर वीके सिंह, बट द सेंटर डिनाइड. इट वाज योगी जी. सुन लीजिए, अरे सुन लीजिए, ऐसे ना करिए. योगी जी वाज वर्किंग अगेंस्ट भारतीय जनता पार्टी इन 2024. योगी जी वांटेड टू अपॉइंट अ डीजीपी, प्रशांत कुमार ऑफ हिज चॉइस. सेंटर kept refusing, साहब. So योगी जी made some changes in the rules so that he can bypass the center.
फैजान की दवाई उम्मीद पे दुनिया कायम है. अब यूपी में आपके पास हथियार ही सिर्फ ये रह गया है टू से दैट देयर इज प्रॉब्लम बिटवीन योगी जी एंड द सीनियर लीडरशिप ऑफ द बीजेपी. और कोई हथियार आपके पास बचा नहीं है. हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी जी, अब फैजान किदवाई साहब कह रहे हैं कि वहां योगी जी और सेंट्रल बीजेपी में प्रॉब्लम है. इन्हें इंडिया अलायंस की कोई प्रॉब्लम नजर ही नहीं आ रही. द फैक्ट दैट महबूबा मुफ्ती एंड ओमर अब्दुल्ला सिटिंग टुगेदर, द फैक्ट दैट द लेफ्ट पार्टीज व्हिच फॉट अगेंस्ट द कांग्रेस पार्टी एंड वेंट टू द मीटिंग एंड कॉल्ड देम नेम्स, वो दिख नहीं रहा. DMK has not attended the meeting because they had just been slighted and they were one of the pillars of the India alliance. आप देख लीजिए वहां हो क्या रहा था और ये इनको दूसरों में खोट नजर आ रहा.
देखिए नविका जी, सबसे पहले तो ये कि सबको एक डेमोक्रेटिक राइट है कि अगर वो कमजोर हो तो दूसरों का सहारा है. ये डेमोक्रेटिक राइट है. हम भी कमजोर होते हैं तो उस वक्त हाथ पकड़ के दूसरे का चलने की कोशिश करते हैं. लेकिन वो एक कहानी है ना कि एक परिवार के साथ पार कर रहे थे, नदी पार करनी थी और पूछा कि नदी की गहराई कितनी है, तो डेप्थ उसकी नाप ली और पता चला कि सबको मिलाकर गहराई तो पार कर जाएंगे. अब एक के ऊपर एक बैठ गए और नदी पार करने लगे. एक एक करके सारे के सारे डूब गए, क्योंकि किसी की भी इतनी ऊंचाई नहीं थी, इतनी हाइट नहीं थी कि वो नदी की गहराई को पार कर पाते. ये जो गठजोड़ है उसका हाल यही है. इस गठजोड़ में जिस पार्टी की जिस राज्य में ताकत है उस राज्य में वो गठजोड़ नहीं चाहता है. जिस पार्टी की जिस राज्य में कमजोरी है उस राज्य में वो गठजोड़ चाहता है. अब संजय राउत तो जाहिर है कि संजय राउत तो खुश हो जाएंगे कि अगर कुछ उनको उत्तर प्रदेश में भी अगर समाजवादी पार्टी दे दे. लेकिन जरा सोचिए कि कश्मीर में उमर अब्दुल्ला इनको अपनी पार्टी में नहीं रखते, तो जैसे ही DMK हार जाती है तो कांग्रेस उनको अपने साथ नहीं रखती. बड़ा क्लासिक एग्जांपल है. मतलब ये दक्षिण से उत्तर तक ये है गठजोड़ का सबसे क्लासिक एग्जांपल. दूसरा, ये सारी कवायद किस लिए कि राहुल गांधी को भैया किसी तरह से नेता मान लो. ये कोई और क्या, अभी उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव में ये जिनकी फोटोज आज दिख रहे हैं उनमें से कोई मदद करने वाला है. और जहां तक रही आज ये जो तारीख तय की, भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने इनके साथ बड़ा बुरा काम किया. ये प्रदीप भंडारी की पार्टी अच्छा काम नहीं कर रही. बताइए आज के दिन खबर क्या होनी चाहिए थी, और वो पता नहीं क्या कुछ कह दिया. वो 20 सांसद इधर जा रहे हैं, आधे उधर आधे इधर, आपने शुरू में ही बता दिया. तो सचमुच ऐसे लोगों को लेकर गठजोड़ बनाना और ऐसा अलायंस बनाना, ये किससे लड़ने के लिए, क्या करने के लिए. लेकिन फिर मैं कह रहा हूं डेमोक्रेटिक राइट है, कमजोर लोग हैं तो हाथ पकड़ के चलना चाहिए. शायद एक दूसरे को मजबूती कर पाए, लेकिन नदी पार नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, डूब जा रहे हैं.
बिल्कुल सवाल यही है that they met after 2 years. 2 long years after the biggest so-called moral victory that the India Alliance had in the 2024 elections. Now you have met. When have you met? When you are battered and bruised from several election losses, Sanjay Jha. When you have stabbed a few friends on the way, the DMK recently, Aadmi party earlier, and the left parties, appeared with their bandages, but how deeply bruised and cut they are, they demonstrated in the meeting. And of course, the surround sound that was happening with the TMC unraveling day by day, it's all there for the entire country to see. You can say that Modi wins elections because he manipulates the election commission. Why are parties not staying together? Aam Aadmi party unraveling, TMC unraveling. Is that also the election commission's fault? I want to ask you, Sanjay Jha.
Navika, good evening to you and to the panelists. The BJP's contribution is very important here in this context. The BJP's contribution to Indian politics are 2 things: Operation Lotus and Operation Washing Machine. It's a complete corruption of the political ecosystem. And I got to congratulate the BJP for brazenly adopting it and caring a damn what the people of India think, including the media. Let's look at the reality, Navika. You have a government and a political party in power that is, everyone knows, is authoritarian, is divisive. I would like people to Google the speech made by that minority leader today. Is disgusting, is sickening, and it's so anti-Muslim, it's shocking and repulsive. It's the most corrupt government we've ever seen, because if the investigations happen, this government is probably going to have a lot to explain to the people of India for years to come. It's also thoroughly incompetent. Can you imagine, Navika, that a party which has been in power with an absolute majority for 10 years and now in a coalition was scared of a social media platform called the Cockroach Janata Party? All that their social media platform was doing was challenging this government on the corruption in the education system and the absence of jobs. So here is a government that basically panics at the thought of the young of India asking them tough questions. Can you imagine, Navika, and you're a seasoned journalist, 3 young boys exposing the corruption in India's education, and the trollers of Mr. Pradeep Bhandari's party calling them anti-national and George Soros agents? Are we becoming a joke or what? And here is my point. Here is my fundamental point, that the erosion of institutions in this country is not some kind of a intellectual elitism. When you talk about the erosion of institutions, when ED and Election Commission, even people have made attacks on the judiciary. I'm not going to go that far, but I'm just going to say that India has been weakened at the core, at the foundational core. The economy is in shambles. The world knows that.
I don't know which glasses you wear, Sanjay Jha, because I'm coming to you, Pradeep, but Suhail Seth, I want to bring you in. Sanjay Jha has counted on his fingertips so many problems with this government, yet his party does not end up winning elections where they ought to. Number one. Number two, he talks about authoritarian regime of Prime Minister Modi, does not have any comment to give about what's happening in Bengal. Number three, 58 MLAs of the Trinamool Congress themselves give the evidence of the rampant corruption in the Trinamool Congress, but he eulogizes that and abuses Mr. Modi. Suhail said, is this the problem of vision, or is this just what they can see? And did the Cockroach Janata Party demonstration on Saturday expose the Modi Sarkar or expose themselves? वो पंखा देखा था, जल रहे थे, 2 घंटे गर्मी में खड़े नहीं हो सके और पंखा झलने वाला एक साथ रखा हुआ था. नेता बनेंगे, पार्टी बनाएंगे, सुहेल से.
So I don't want to get into what Sanjay Jha says. He's entitled to his opinion, as every panelist is. I have 3 or 4 things to say. One of them is really unpalatable for this particular issue. The people who have left Mamata Banerjee, both at the legislature and in parliament, are actually scumbags, because they were there when the power suited them. They were there when the so-called corruption happened. The moment the breeze turned, these people have left. So I hold no value for them. They are absolute scums as far as I'm concerned, because they were part of the problem, and now it's easy for them to debunk Mamata. I was never a supporter of Mamata or the TMC. Everyone knew the mess that Bengal was in. These people were participants. I would urge the BJP not to fall for this nonsense of actually getting these people. They're cancerous to the core. If they could do this to a lady who supported them, who made them who they are, they will do this to the BJP. Now let's come to the India alliance. Navika, I've said this on your program over and over again. There are only 2 ways political parties are formed. One is where the ideology is common, and 2 is when the vision is common. Here, the ideology and the visions are contradictory. You have seen this, that Aadmi Party, Mr. Yadav, Ms. Banerjee, even when Bharat Jodo Yatra happened, they refused to take part with Mr. Gandhi. So there was a clear division. to build an alliance and to bring it together on only one basis, which is anti-BJP, is actually a silly notion. Because they are the opposition, they've got to be anti-BJP. By coming together, they're not fortifying that so-called desire of being anti-BJP. They have nothing in common except the avarice and the greed for power and the hatred for Modi. That is going to do two things. A, it will not win them an election. B, it will not win them public support. So they are barking up the wrong tree if there is a tree on the horizon. Number two, I'm tired of being told this is authoritarian, that is authoritarian. The problem is these people are winning elections. They're doing something right. So is the Congress winning elections. It's not as if the Congress has not won a single election since 2004. But when the Congress wins an election, there is no problem with the Election Commission. When any other party wins an election, then there's a problem with the Election Commission. They're also logically, they are bankrupt as they have been for quite some time. My view is that alliances which come together to fight someone are not the best alliances. Sharad Pawar rightly said, and look at the behavior of a Sharad Pawar compared to the behavior of some other rabble-rousing opposition leaders. There are some things that you fight together for the nation, whether you're in opposition or in power. There are some things that you fight because you're ideologically opposed to the way things are happening, which I'm absolutely fine with. Look, India needs an opposition, but it isn't the job of Modi and Amit Shah to go to Khan Market looking for an opposition to buy. That's my only limited opinion.
Absolutely, and Clyde Crasto. And Clyde Crasto, the problem, instead of pointing fingers at Mr. Modi, which you're absolutely well within your rights to do, you can find as the opposition problems with the government, shortcomings of the government. But every time to come up and say, oh, this is authoritarian, oh, they win elections because there is an election commission that makes them win. We are tired of saying this. When you and the opposition wins elections, you accept it and you wear your bangalas and take oath wherever it is. And when it is the BJP, then you're extremely cussed about it. Is that the way the opposition is going to really tackle the ruling, system?
Navika, just give me a little time and hear me out clearly. See, you have your opinion and you are free to express your opinion. Everybody expresses their opinion in whichever way they want to. Okay, so if you're going to stick on to one statement from a particular person, from a particular opposition party, does not make that the opinion of everybody. They're all entitled to say everything. Now, what is the role of an opposition in a democracy? It's to show the mirror to the one incumbent in government. If they're doing something wrong, they'll definitely show the mirror. We're not here to sit and say that, oh, they're doing a good job. So what's the point in having a democracy? And that's what the BJP does not want. They don't want an opposition, but that's not how it's going to work. Now, there are a lot of points that, they keep come to mind. For example, Mr. Sharad Pawar, my party president, said it very clearly that, you need to get all the opposition together on board along with the incumbent party and talk what the problem of the country is, whether it's inflation, whether it's fuel prices, whether it's education issues, NEET, CBSE. Why don't you call an all-party meeting? My president, Mr. Sharad Pawar, is someone who wants to sit together and work for the country. So call the meeting. You don't want to call the meeting. If an opposition sits together and is trying to do something for the people of the country, then you are saying that, the opposition met after 2 years. They are doing that. You are doing something. This is not right. Point here is, why are you so afraid? If you all do not consider the India alliance as any entity, then why you keep talking about it? Let them do what they're doing. You do what you're doing. If the people keep voting you, they will keep voting you. Your problem is you all are so afraid that the opposition will come up with something good. You will lose your votes. For you all, it's just the votes. It's not the country. So let the India alliance do what they're doing now. If they're meeting together, they're doing a good job.
All right, Pradeep Bhandari, respond to Clyde Crasto.
Let me finish. Navika, let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish, Navika. Let me finish, please. You've given enough time to others too. Okay, the point here is, in a democracy, live like a democracy, no? Then if somebody says authoritarian, somebody says you're doing that, why are you all going round and round? You all are looking sounding like someone who are petrified and scared of the opposition. If you all think you all are so great, no, let there be an opposition, no, fight it out. What is all this nonsense? Why? You all are making a fool and mockery of yourself. You are in government, do some work. If
all right, you are repeating the same point like Crasto. You've repeated the same point like Crasto. So Pradeep Bhandari, please respond.
Dharmendra Pradhan.
Well, Navika ji, I understand why Mr. Castro and Sanjay frustrated, because on 10th of June, you will have the Honorable Prime Minister becoming the leader who has the leader with maximum democratic electability. He will be defeating the record of Jawaharlal Nehru. So he is the pro-incumbent who will be in office continuously for 4,399 days. Now, if Sanjay was speaking about democracy, I cannot buy that, because his leader takes inspiration from Adolf Hitler. This is what Chief Minister of Congress Party in Telangana said, that he was inspired by Hitler, and this is why he named it Hydra. So those who take inspiration from Hitler should not speak about democracy. Maybe why they imposed emergency. But I'll come to the moot point, Navika ji. The moot point here is the following. A, can you please tell me how many leaders in this opposition can accept have Rahul Gandhi as their leader and have a common minimum program declaring Rahul Gandhi as a leader? The answer is none. B, all of them are fighting for the same vote. The Congress and the Samajwadi Party fights for the same vote in Uttar Pradesh. You had the Congress fighting the left in Kerala. People of this country are wise. As Castro said, they see through this hypocrisy of the parivar. Ki bhai lad rahe ho state mein, upar saath mein haath utha rahe ho. This is why they are sitting in opposition for 99 consecutive elections.
Well, that statement was made by Sharad Pawar himself, that Rahul Gandhi mein consistency ki kami hai. And those posters have been put out all across Delhi today. Rahul Gandhi में consistency की कमी है, and Monojit Mandal. Let me get in. Monojit Mandal.
To suit your convenience, it's not that.
Well, Monojit Mandal, I want to ask you. In Bengal, I'm coming to you, Pradeep.
Said Rahul is not his leader.
Well, Monojit Mandal, the point here is 1 month of the results of Bengal, and look at the way the Trinamool Congress has just fallen by the wayside. You can quibble about numbers, that it's not 20 MPs who are resigning, it's only 13 or 14. You can quibble about those numbers, but the mass exodus is there. Sohail Seth may call them scumbags, but that is an adjective. That is an adjective. In a parliament and assembly, it is the numbers that work, and arithmetic is important. And the way I look at it, 58 MLAs out of 80, if they go to one side, clearly there was something wrong within the party. And the party that is calling everybody else authoritarian, did it not suddenly realize where the authoritarianism was?
I think this once again that famous saying of Dr. Samuel Johnson, slightly misappropriated. Politics actually is the art of the scoundrel. Look at these people. I mean, 6 weeks ago, they're all prostrating before both Mamata and Abhishek Banerjee for their tickets and maybe possibly ministerial berth.
They were saints.
You are talking about these 58 MLAs out of. Hang on. अरे आप तो जीत रहे हो, इतना क्यों बोल रहे हो आप? अभी तो जीत गए. अरे आप तो जीत रहे हो, इतना क्यों बोल रहे हो आप? अभी तो जीत गए हो, आपका मन की बात घी हो गया.
पर आप उनको स्काउंड्रल्स बुला रहे हो. बिफोर 4th of May वो स्काउंड्रल्स नहीं थे, अब वो स्काउंड्रल्स हो गए. Is that authoritarianism on display?
No, this is not my saying. Arey, what is this? I'm sitting here for 40 minutes. Let me at least have 40 seconds of my.
Okay.
What is
all
this?
Right. Go on.
I did not call them scoundrel. I just, extracted that very famous statement by Dr. Samuel Johnson. I did not call them. Dr. Samuel Johnson called them long time back. That is the last resort of the scoundrel. Okay, now you see, out of these 58 MLAs, look at their antecedents. At least 95% of them are corrupt. Now the next question would be, did you know this? I said, yeah, of course. Many of us knew it. Many of us were trying to caution the party. Then why didn't the party take action? Then I completely blame both Abhishek and Mamata Banerjee for not doing that. Now they are understanding this. You're talking about these 20 MLAs. Look at how many of them are seen taking money. Kakoli goes dostidar. BJP showed her taking money from BJP's own party office. 2016, March 2016. Prashun Banerjee, another person who was taking money, during that sting operation. So people can understand why they are going. Now the next question is, are their supporters or the people who voted them going with them? The answer can only be gotten only 2029. Or it could have been better for them, at least they resign and go. Like at least their now current mentor Shubhendu Adhikari did in 2020. At least Shubhendu had the morality, political morality to resign and joined BJP when BJP was in the opposition. I think these are not just scrum. They are, I think, the self-serving opportunists. They are the patent political debauch that they should not be, should not be debated about at all. Look at this. Mamata Banerjee, I believe Mamata had done tremendous mistake till she has got 40+% votes of Bengal. 40+%. Those votes are not for these idiots and the thugs. Those votes are for Mamata. If they have got any guts, let them resign.
I completely agree with you. But I also raised the question. And Pradeep Bhandari, गलती कुछ तो रही होगी कि सारे जो दोस्त थे वो दुश्मन बन गए, छोड़कर चले गए. कुछ तो रही होगी. आम कि सिर्फ वॉशिंग मशीन वाला जो फॉर्मूला है, is that something that explains it all?
Navika ji, majority of them were earlier part of the communists, and Mamata Banerjee in the TMC got the communists. So as per the logic of Mr. Mandal, it was the scoundrels of the communists which the Trinamool Congress got, and Mamata Banerjee committed a heinous act. So indirectly he is saying that Mamata Banerjee is here to blame. Now the reality is that whenever an authoritarian regime falls, which is what happened in Bengal, you have people who could not express their dissent starting to express. It is their democratic right to express. We are acting only as a mute spectator and having tea, whosoever wants to have tea with us. Nothing more than that. But the truth here is, Navika ji, that for the first time you have seen in Bengal that the truth has come out in the last 15 years. Because in the last 15 years, it was the Trinamool Congress which was suppressing truth. And I will again congratulate Rahul Gandhi for this, because if you recall, Rahul Gandhi could sense it, and Rahul Gandhi had done a video before the elections when he had gone for a campaigning for one day and then went for his vacation in Thailand, that Mamata Banerjee is losing the election and Mamata Banerjee is ruined Bengal. So Rahul was the instigator, and all of them are listening to Rahul and going back to their conscience and leaving Mamata Banerjee. And Mamata Banerjee should blame Rahul Gandhi rather than
हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी, ये वॉशिंग मशीन वाला चार्ज, ये ऑपरेशन लोटस वाला चार्ज, इसके बारे में आप क्या कहें?
देखिए नमिका जी, ये चार्ज कई जगहों पर तो बिल्कुल दुरुस्त दिखता है, इसमें कोई बट नहीं है. और अब अजीत पवार तो रहे नहीं, इसलिए उनकी बात नहीं करनी चाहिए, लेकिन ढेर सारी जगहों पर ये दुरुस्त दिखता है. लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल मुझे थोड़ा सा एक्सेप्शन लगता है. मुझे लगता है कि अभी जो राजनीति चल रही है पश्चिम बंगाल में, तृणमूल कांग्रेस के साथ रहकर इन सब ने बहुत पाप किए, और अब ये लोगों का अंडा न पड़े, लोगों के जूते न पड़े, लोगों के थप्पड़ न पड़े, उससे बचने के लिए ये सब हो रहा. मैं बिल्कुल नहीं मानता हूं कि ये कोई ऑपरेशन लोटस है या कोई भारतीय जनता पार्टी, ये उसकी बिल्कुल उनको जरूरत भी नहीं. लेकिन हाँ, अगर उनको आसानी से लोकसभा और राज्यसभा के सांसद मिलेंगे तो ये तो वैसे भी बिल पास कराने के लिए बहुत जरूरी है. और शायद भारतीय जनता पार्टी उसी तरफ पड़ रही, क्योंकि राहुल गांधी ने एक चैलेंज कर दिया. तो अमित शाह को तो ऐसे चैलेंज बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं. राहुल गांधी ने कहा कि 1 साल के भीतर प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी नहीं रहेंगे. उसको अमित शाह ने सुना तो दूसरी तरफ सुना कि 1 साल के भीतर लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन की स्थिति नहीं रह जाएगी कि किसी बिल पर उसका कोई से रह जाए, उसका कोई ऐसा अधिकार रह जाए, क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जो मेजॉरिटी है वो क्रॉस होती हुई दिख रही है. इसमें कोई कंफ्यूजन नहीं. और मैं फिर कह रहा हूं, बीजेपी को भी ये समझना पड़ेगा, अगर वॉशिंग मशीन इस तरह से चलेगी तो कई बार लगता है कि एक ज्यादा बुरा है, ज्यादा खराब है, तो नहीं, लेकिन लंबे समय में ये उनके लिए भी बहुत अच्छा नहीं.
बिल्कुल, और ये आवाजें उनकी अपनी पार्टी से आ रही हैं और स्वपन दास गुप्ता ने इस पर सार्वजनिक स्टेटमेंट भी किया है. बट डॉक्टर पुल्लाराय, in Tamil Nadu, those who are teaching, all kinds of lessons to the Trinamool Congress MPs and MLAs who have quit the party and gone, they've forgotten all the morality lessons in Tamil Nadu. How the Congress party just left the DMK in the lurch 2 years and ran to the TVK. It was love at first sight that really happened between the TVK and the Congress party. They are teaching morality to others. How does that sound to you?
Everyone seems to be teaching morality. What happened, as so well articulated by Stalin and Lenin, betrayal. Betrayal has no need of any further description. It encompasses everything, corruption, everything. And that was done that day. And I think the rest of India must have been struck that those people in the south are made of sterner stuff. The party lost, but nobody has run off like these other parties. They've stayed there. The DMK is as it is. Most of DMK is as it is, most. Therefore, that's a lesson to the rest of the country that there are a lot of people with stuff there. And the other thing I found is, if you say less is more, if you believe in the theory, less is more, than today's India Alliance meeting was more. But in reality, it is vastly diminished. I'm very sorry about it. Stalin and his party can face the future. That's not the issue. Amongst politicians, amongst gentlemen, there has to be honor. Otherwise, politics can't function in a parliamentary democracy. The handshake,
well said. Where is the honor? Where is the honor in the India bloc? Sanjay Jha, please respond.
Sure, Navika, I have 2 points to make. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned,
what happened to
I think the Congress's decision was far-sighted. The principal objective was to keep the most dangerous communal party or its allies from entering the government or destabilizing it. And you can see the political repercussion already. Look at the state of the BJP in Tamil Nadu already. Where is Annamala? He's left them, right? And you know that in Kerala, after all these years, it barely has a 11%.
We will be forming government in Tamil Nadu, Sanjay, in the long-term future. Do not worry.
Bhandari ji, please do not interrupt when others speak. Have a civilized debate. So while we are talking about BJP winning, have you noticed something interesting, Navika?
I can't.
All the last 45 minutes, we have talked about washing machine, Lotus, and how BJP wins elections. No word on governance, because that is a word that BJP doesn't understand. Governance, jobs, inflation, corruption, foreign policy, a mammoth.
Well, fantastic. Let's discuss governance and be my guest on the show where we discuss governance in Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, Telangana, as well as other states of the country. And Suhail said, last word to you. Morality preaching comes extremely easy to some. Pointing fingers at the BJP, the biggest fad in these times. Coming, Clyde.
Finger raising is a real distraction. Yeah.
Suhail said. I'm just saying, is morality a one-way street?
No. And let's be honest, let's go back into history. The Airam Gairam business was started by Mrs. Gandhi, for right or wrong. Those are their reasons. It is a continuity. I'm saying, Navika, that if we eulogize, not you or me or anyone, if people who immediately leave parties after the party has suffered a defeat, and if those people are eulogized for political acumen, that needs to be knocked. B, as I think Mr. Tripathi said, the BJP is a political party. It will do whatever it needs to do. But as you refer to Swapan's comments, Swapan Dasgupta's comments, I think the time has come for BJP to ask itself only one question. Do they want to be a mirror of every political party they hated? Or do they want to be yet another political party like the rest? That's a question that they have to ask and answer.
Well, in between, there are bills to be passed, as has been stated. There is delimitation. There is the women reservation bill. Is it short-term, parliamentary bill positions that are more important, or long-term purity and moral positions? Well, those are things that time will only tell. But clearly, when we see the India Alliance meeting today, it seemed like a bundle of contradictions. They met for the first time in 2 years. They have promised to meet once again in 2 months and every 2 months thereafter. We'll have to wait and watch how they get along in these meetings as they happen. So far, the record hasn't been very promising. What happens in future? Well, we don't know. We'll have to wait and watch. And we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists joining me on debate number 1.